Doomsday Day 2, and we're starting out with breaking ground. It is a new World's Championship, the Women's Championship. Black Cat versus Natalie Portman. I am the Colonist.
And I'm Josh again, and we got ourselves a pickle fight!
That's right, and we don't know who's going to be throwing what, and there's nobody named Rick around, thankfully. But instead, we've got ourselves...
My name's not Rick!
That's right. Instead, it's Black Cat coming with skin-tight leather. Now, folks, she is not the women's champion as much as she says it says that. As we did back in the day in 2014, we chose a delegation to wear the belt to the ring, but she is not the champion. We had two fatal four-way battle royals for the competitors to get to this matchup. And that is what we are seeing here today. Black Cat had a tremendous win at the beginning of the King of the Spring tournament. And of course, Natalie Portman, who's coming in after her, won at the pre-show 2 days ago. And Josh, again, this is going to be a big fight. Who do you got in this matchup?
Before I say that, I have two things to say. One, that belt looks dope as fuck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Two, it would actually make a lot of sense that before the belt was even given to someone, Black Cat reached in and stole it because she's a thief.
Pause. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, she was just interested, like, ooh, shiny, that's mine. And now, wait a second, come. Wait a minute. What is that? Now, Josh again, I said back at the storyline update, and we mentioned it before, that we have now incurred the Natalie World Order, and little did I know, and I did not expect this, that they would also bring Evie Hammond and Nina Sayers to the ring. Now, this isn't right, man. This is going to be, now the odds are so stacked against Black Cat. As Natalie Portman makes her way to the ring, Josh, again, I see her a little flustered there, boyo.
I mean, well, I'm an engaged man, so I'm contractually obligated to not mention their physical appearance at all, so I will tread lightly.
They all look really similar in stature, it seems. I don't know what that's all about.
I would also say that they look exactly the same, but that's racist.
Yeah. Well, is it? If they're clones, is that racist? Like, does that count?
Yes.
Well, in any case, this is not a 3-on-1, but it's certainly going to behave like this. If this is the what I'm to believe, so Black Cat is definitely going to have her work cut out for, and it's all in the name of that right there that you can kind of see. The CIW Women's Championship, the first ever time we've got one. Here we go.
Oh, God, they're just crawling around ringside.
And yeah, now you can see they're just circling like vultures, just circling. And senior referee Kevin James, welcome back from vacation, my friend.
It's about damn time.
And what a way to come back from vacation.
Yeah, with a 3-on-1 assault.
Well,
I'm going with Natalie Portman in this match because I think Black Cat just has the numbers disadvantage.
Well, Black Cat is not outside of being alone. Oh, punch to the meat wallet. And that's going to hurt. It doesn't matter what gender you are, sir, my friend.
Where's your debit card?
That's great. Now slapping the head of Natalie Portman. Give me back my money, bitch! And I'm pretty sure that is a big portion of what's going on here. Is that Black? Oh no! Now look at Evie Hammond.
Yep.
Evie Hammond trips up Black Cat, but Black Cat not phased. Roll up, and now Evie again broke up the count there.
Wow.
Brazen,
really?
Trying again.
Okay. Black Cat was like, break up this one, and Evie Hammond was like, challenge accepted.
Yeah. And credit to Black Cat for her persistence.
She would have said, hold my beer, but then I would have said, hold my Bud Light, and then one of them would have ended up with a pickle.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Evie Hammond is more in favor of a white, callous, acidic powder, namely thrown on her face and head while she screams in agony. But that's something else.
That's just cocaine, Sean.
That's her business, and I'm not going to say anything about it. And I'm not saying that Nina Sayers is a hell of a ballerina / supplier, but that's just how they benefit from each other. And Natalie Portman, who is also on kind of a rage sting here because I'm told that she caught her husband dem cheatins on her. And nice hip toss there. So you know that she would love a rebound in the form of the CIW Women's Championship, which you know
you
is
cheated
just...
on me? Well, you know what? I won a championship in CIW. So
well, you know what? You win the CIW Women's Championship. That's just a gateway to the D. That's that's how it goes.
Slide into my championship DM.
Yeah, she's going to be rolling in hot dogs. And now,
I have a pickle.
And and a right hand, and down goes Black Cat. And this cannot be satisfying for Black Cat. What do you think's going through Black Cat's mind, knowing that these Natalies are all coming after her?
She's probably thinking, "Dear God, they're everywhere."
Oh, what a drop kick!
And
but look at that! Right as Black Cat was going to be able to capitalize, Evie Hammond again right there, quick on the chops, and a backbreaker.
Oh, huge pendulum backbreaker.
Yeah, not very satisfying. And of course, the Natalie Portman has the Portman Plex, which we saw put away Sydney, the Pink Ranger, to clinch that four-way.
Wouldn't be the first time the Pink Ranger's been slammed down.
That's absolutely right. And, I got to give credit to Sydney. She took that beating from Eclipse and Blue Ranger and still somehow managed to make it into the second place position in that four-way battle royal. So all the credit to her. But now, wait a minute. Springboard, miss.
Oh, no.
And,
she just springboarded right into the lion's den.
Right into the hornet's nest. And now a half Boston Crab. And... But, what a kick to the face. And now Hurricanrana from Sayers to Hammond. I think, there's a weird dynamic between these guys where they love fighting themselves. Like, it's this love-hate relationship. I think it's part of that existential human self-loathing just manifested with so many Portmans in one place.
Yeah, and all of them are like, "I'm the real Portman." Yeah. No, you're not. I have hair. No, the real Portman doesn't have hair.
Well, the real Portman is in the ring. And all the other Portmans.
Well, you know what? The other two Portmans would disagree.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's kind of where they get into a little tough. But wow, what a big! I don't know if I want to call that a spine buster, but a nice athletic takedown punch to the meat wallet.
Double leg takedown and then a punch to the meat. Oh no! Black Cat, don't do
drop. Big elbow drop.
That's not even connected.
And yeah, amazingly, and now Natalie Portman's not looking good. Can Black Cat do this, Josh, again?
I mean, it would certainly help if she would go for a cover every once in a while.
It would. And now look at Evie Hammond now distracting Kevin James with her booty, her brown baggy booty.
Stop twerking on Kevin James, Evie Hammond.
This isn't right. This isn't right.
I never thought I would ever say that.
Yeah, and that should be now launching Natalie Portman out of the ring. Hammond again now going after Kevin James, who I don't know.
Did you like my performance?
Yeah. Kevin James, I don't think Kevin James and Natalie Portman have ever been in the same thing in the same time. Can you recall?
I do not know. There might be a restraining order.
Duh. Kevin James was Jabba the Hutt in Star Wars. My bad.
Wow.
Duh.
He's like, after hearing that, I'm going to go on another vacation.
Yeah, that was mean. But it doesn't matter now. But now the Portmans both threw the competitors back in the ring and are now back to fighting each other.
This faction is certainly a faction.
Well, this faction is doing very strange things, but are somehow...
Evie, get out of the ring!
They're somehow getting the advantage still, which I don't understand it. Evie's just grabbing.
And can I just say that Kevin James pot shot was just as unnecessary as the Don Cheadle one?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, but and speaking of cheap shots, how about the kick to the meat wallet there from Natalie? And Natalie's like, Evie, get out. I'm handling it.
And now Evie's like, my coccyx!
Yeah, that's... and Evie's tailbone has taken enough punishment. How about a sweeping DDT, though? And that distraction seemed to be just enough. And another big kick to the face. And
our opening contest has been nice and chaotic, Sean.
Oh, we start things out hot. That's how we go here in CIW with it.
Wait a second.
Portman Plex, the cover. 1, 2, 3. Holy 2.
Ooh, that was close.
And I thought that was it there. And Black Cat not to be denied just yet. In this opening match to crown the first ever CIW Women's Champion here tonight on the second day of Doomsday. Hey, it's the claw! She's got the claw, the cat's claws!
Uh-oh. This might be it. This might be it.
Is she going to be able to get her down? Is she going to knock her out? That could do it. The cover! She's going to get it. And now, come on!
Are you kidding me?
Evie breaks up the count.
Wow.
And gets right out of dodge before Kevin James can give her the business. And now, what a kick.
Oh, dear God, the Chun-Li kick.
That was a very athletic kick there from Black Cat, and who you have to imagine, Josh, again, would have had the match won.
Like, this is why I say that she basically has no shot because the ringside area is crawling with Portmans.
Yeah, God. And now a
Oh, no.
rope-assisted, I'm not even sure what to call that. Just more meat wallet mutilation. And that's just,
Dear God.
yeah, it's not a good time. You're going to have a bad time.
You know, there would be no meat wallet mutilation if we were in Tennessee.
That's right. Maybe. And now Evie Hammond again stopping Black Cat's momentum, punch to the back of the head.
You know, I did not know that Doomsday would come with a healthy amount of social commentary.
Well, you know what? The heat was hot and the ground was dry and the air was full of sound, and Natalie Portman's got a wrenching leg to the back. Evie, we need
Evie.
Kevin James to just get her out of here.
Leave Kevin James. He just got back from. This is why he went on vacation.
Well, you tell you what, folks. In lieu of AB being here, because he's actually going to be showing up soon, we must also mention that the reason Kevin James left and the reason we were able to do it is because of you, folks. You like, you share, you subscribe. Everyone that you do, it contributes to the Save a Ref Fund that we have in our pool. Next one going, Jerry Jones and Jonah Hill. And and a neck breaker there for Black Cat. Black Cat's hurting though, but she's making a comeback here.
Even though she kicked out of the Portman plex, it still did some damage.
She did, and she already got the cat's claws. But of course, that cover broken up by Evie Hammond. And now an over-the-top gut-wrench suplex, take a drink or a scoop of ice cream. And
I have a sore in my mouth, and I'm putting numbing ointment on it, so I'll be taking a shot of that.
that sounds so delicious. I'm so glad you mentioned that. And
well, I can't taste it because I can't feel anything.
Well, you know what I'm saying? And now, and Evie Hammond again causing a distraction, and I just get speechless, and I get to repeat myself when there's so much debauchery going on. The backbreaker from Portman, 1, 2. Oh, Black Cat lives on! Come on, Black Cat!
I was about to say, I'm so mad at you, I can't even talk right.
That's right. Damian Priest somewhere is sending us his empathy. Oh, wait, Cat's Claw! Cat's Claw again! Here, she's got the Cat's Claw again! Could she win this? And now, come on, Evie Hammond again tripping up Kevin James, and now going for the cover, and now Kevin James assaulted again!
Wow. Bruh.
Once again, the match was won, and instead, we've got to cover 1, 2, and
Son of a, come on! I mean, daughter of a, come on!
Evie Hammond is definitely getting paid tonight, given what she's been putting through. 2 cat's claws. That one was like a 9 count.
Yeah.
And she's got to be careful.
It would have been a 10 if Evie Hammond didn't break it up.
Well, remember, it is, as we mentioned back in the best of 3 at the King of the Spring finals last night, it is 5 shots to the referee and you're disqualified. So Evie Hammond's got to be careful. That's about 4 there. So, and a backbreaker.
Another one.
And we found that out from the Joker exploiting that, getting disqualified in the first fall. Joker, your new King of the Spring, because of all the shenanigans, and even though Flash didn't know what the hell he was doing, Joker still ended up getting that victory. And man, I asked if it was Doomsday after all because of that. And you know, I don't know, Josh, again, the way that the Joker now has the power to get the CIW Championship, I'm not looking forward to what that means.
I wouldn't be looking forward to it either.
I know you know what that's like. And now...
Yes, twice.
Yeah, exactly. And now a leg attack.
For 8 goddamn years.
Yeah, that's right. And counting. It's not like... It's not like he's not doing stuff over in TAW. He's just doing a lot of major stuff here in CIW. And back to this match, which is back and forth. Josh, again, I'm not going to lie. I thought that this match was going to be well and over by now, but Black Cat is still fighting back regardless.
Well, it would have been over if it wasn't for frickin' Evie Hammond.
Doing more of this.
Speaking of which...
Doing more of this. And Nina Sayers is just watching. She's like, this was fun. And
Kevin James, at some point, you're going to have to do something more than giving someone the business.
Yeah, you got to start giving them some actual action here. And now wrenching a leg into the back of Black Cat. And this is just grotesque. Just the way that Evie Hammond has distracted the referee, delayed the counts, broken up multiple counts from 2 black claws. the cat's claws, I should say. Another wrenching leg to the back. We saw this beat Mario at CIW versus TAW, so you never know, folks.
Yeah.
You just never know. Will this be enough to put Black Cat away? But kind of feels like Natalie Portman is enjoying this a little bit, just making her suffer.
Yeah, because she knows that, like, she can just do whatever, and no matter what Black Cat does, someone's going to get involved.
And Natalie just sidestepped Black Cat as she ran toward her. Just like Samoa Joe on a dive. And oh, what a back elbow. What a back elbow.
One.
Very athletic back elbow. And now, wait a second, another Portman plex. The cover, but way too close to the ropes.
Close to the ropes. Ooh.
Too close to the ropes. Who's going to win this match?
Man.
For the first ever CIW Women's Championship, that's what women's wrestling should be about, folks. This is the kind of matchup you can expect. Oh, wait a second, another Portman plex.
No.
This time, center of the ring. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Natalie Portman is your women's champion.
Boo.
But without some significant help, Natalie Portman would not have won this match. And what does this mean for the women's division per the Natalie World Order as the...
Sean, at the beginning of this match, you said this wasn't a 3-on-1. I think you lied to your audience.
Well, I think that I was lying to myself, maybe, hoping for something different. It was kind of a 2-on-1. Nina Sayers was just like, I've got too much makeup on to get involved.
She attacked the Portmans more than she attacked Black Cat.
But it seemed to have been a good diversion because the end result is Natalie Portman is our first ever women's champion, but we've got a lot more action here tonight. 4 more matches on the docket, Josh Ageddon, and they are all loaded, stocked, and ready for battle. Now, this match,
oh boy,
Sagat versus the Boss.
Corleone.
Let me tell you something, Josh Ageddon. If Sagat won and beat Ken Masters in a street fight back at Revelation, and that forced Ken Masters to only work pre-shows. During the King of the Spring, Ken Masters, fighting Nathan Von Schrader, was assaulted by Sagat in the middle of the ring. While there was the lawlessness of Michael Corleone being in Italy, Sagat took full advantage of that, screwed Ken Masters out of King of the Spring. Then, at the pre-show on Friday, in a match between Ken Masters and Simon Belmont, Sagat again interfered as Corleone's plane was landing, forcing now the understanding that we now have the trio of the Forgotten Fighters of Belmont, Von Schrader, and Sagat. And because Corleone and AB were pissed about the way that things went down in both instances, because AB and Ken Masters are big stock buddies, Corleone said, I am now going to take matters into my own hands. He wants to fucks with Ken. He's guts to fucks with me.
Sounds about right. I was about to say, it's almost like Sagat likes to just mess with Ken Masters or something crazy like that.
Well, I mean, and it seems like it's just been, and Corleone's like, all right, that's enough. Like, stop fucking around. There's no need for you to do that. AB right up there, and look at the suit that AB's got. Look at these two.
That drip, ladies and gentlemen,
that's right.
is just...
AB looking dapper as hell. Corleone looking kind of pissed, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, Abizzle looks drip as fuck, and Corleone looks scary.
And now, don't let that gold zebra print suit fool you, man. AB's pretty pissed off about this. He was pretty mad that both sides, when it comes to the integrity of the King of the Spring, were compromised by debauchery in the form of Sagat doing what he did, being Nathan Von Schrader. Now, Von Schrader did not capitalize on that opportunity, got too drunk and lost to Simba and Spider-Man, but that's not what we're here about. Here we go.
We got to see the CIW shuffle, though.
That's right. Oh, we sure did. And oh, God, and a slap to the back to start this matchup. Now, what do you think it would mean for Sagat to beat the Boss here tonight?
That would basically embolden him to just continue fucking with Ken Masters until the end of time.
Yeah, seriously. But, you know, it's an interesting thing, though. Sagat really has been one of those guys that has never broken through in a major way. He won a Battle Royal to get a title shot that he got screwed over by the Shades of Black in 2014. And then... Are
you saying that he has Prince of Persia-itis?
Well, you know, he's a little bit better. He won the tag titles with Ken Masters, and I guess just got bitter about that, which is why he did what he did and left when he left. And now, now taking the head and the one eye of Sagat and dangling it on the ropes. Smart move by Corleone there to start things off.
Do it again.
And yeah, and Sagat was like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, wait, oh.
No, I've seen this movie before.
And now a Mexican standoff. The most crucial of moments as the feeling out process continues. And even though it is Pride Month, I say feeling out, not feeling up process. And now, and now
Dear God.
It's Sagat.
Oh no!
It's Sagat now vaulting. Oh my God!
He just tossed the boss of the company because you said that.
That's a yeet full of sugar makes the medicine go down, or at least the boss go down. And now, a big German.
Dear God!
My God, his neck may be sub-zero levels of broken after that German suplex.
You didn't tell me Michael Corleone was going on another vacation.
Well, he might just after this. The Sagat seems to take advantage. It's not my fault Sagat texted me, or Corleone texted me and said, no, I'm going to fight this asshole. That wasn't my decision. That was the boss's decision.
I don't care if I end up with spinal bifida after this match.
Well, he never was afraid in the face of the Penguin when he put our contracts on the line. You know, Michael Corleone is a confident man. And that is why
he might not have a spine anymore, but he has balls.
That's right. Oh, yeah, you cannot deny that. That's why he never gets into the ring or in business with The Miz. And now, throwing Sagat into the corner. I couldn't resist. And on a side note, God bless The Miz for being such a good sport about that for the better part of a year. In any case. And now, now a big, we've seen that before.
That was almost the Golden Sack.
Well, it was maybe an homage, but again, we've mentioned it before. Sagat may use it, but Wario has perfected it. And now, look, a stretch muffler. Look at a stretch muffler here. That is an impressively painful maneuver, trying to take out that knee and eliminate the equation of that Godfather finisher we've seen Corleone use before.
He's trying to take his leg out from under his leg.
That's right. His leg attack on his leg for leg damage.
Yeah.
And there's no need to roll 3d4 dice for that, my friend. And in any case, and I can tell, God, every time that I see Nathan Von Schrader cheer, I just get a waft of light beer. Like Hefeweizen or something like that. I know what it's not. And now, wait a second. And now,
bro, come on.
I mean, speaking of lawlessness, this is Corleone CIW, which means outside the ring means everything goes. So
he did give one punch in on Von Schrader.
Yeah, so it's not like Corleone doesn't know this. And I think AB and Corleone and Von Schrader, or I don't know where. Oh, what a kick to the back of the head. And I have to say, Corleone kind of shrugged that off pretty quickly.
He's like, fuck you, we already talked about that I don't have a spine.
Yeah, literally. And oh, God, what a big
because
slam.
Because moves like this.
Yeah, seriously. And of course, we saw that monstrous power slam take out Ken Masters at Revelation. We've seen the Sagat spike before. DDT.
Ooh, spiked him.
And you got to give credit to Corleone. He is giving up the height advantage and the weight advantage, but he's still
we
trying.
We talked about the balls earlier.
That's right, but
if he was the Miz, that wouldn't have hurt.
That's right. I mean, those moves are. Oh,
dear God!
What a spear!
My God! We were talking about the fact that this man does not have a spine.
Good thing Corleone's wearing dark pants.
Yeah.
My God. What a backdrop.
And a spear.
Holy hell.
My God.
That was the damnedest spear I've ever seen.
That was such motherfucker energy.
He speared him out of his goddamn shoes. And now, wait a second.
My God.
What is Sagat got planned here? And a razor's edge.
Leave the man's spine alone.
Oh, man, I'm getting Sting Rollins vibes right now. My word. Is it now a cover? I wouldn't be surprised if that did it. The cover 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, wow. He's just going to mess with Ken Masters forever now.
A razor's edge into the turnbuckle. That is brutality. That is what the Forgotten Fighters are trying to prove they're capable of. And that is a kind of a scary proposition if you think about it, Josh, again.
Dude, that whole match just turned around immediately with that spear.
That spear might have broken the boss. And while I await to see what hospital room he's going to be in, Sagat is your winner. And what does this mean for the Forgotten Fighters? But this means they might be going someplace. And someplace, but speaking of going someplace.
Yeah, in Master's locker room.
Yeah, well, speaking of going someplace, folks, it's all or nothing here right now. The feud to end all feuds. It is a submission match. Johnny Cage, Bruce Lee, loser leaves CIW.
Oh, shit.
This match began in the 8 days of CIW in 2020 when Bruce Lee was champion at the time, if you recall, Josh Geddon.
I do remember.
And Johnny Cage went to a 10-minute draw with Bruce Lee. Later on, Bruce Lee would lose that championship to Wario and would go on a bit of a losing streak, and then all of a sudden come back around in a darker form. Well, Johnny Cage...
Remember when he lost to Jack Black, and we were like, wow, that's gonna leave some psychological scarring.
Yeah.
Boy, we were right about that.
Yeah, we pretty much nailed that prediction, as Bruce Lee then showed up and beat the holy hell out of Johnny Cage and cost him his World Heavyweight Championship match against Wario, which led to a match between the two of them that Bruce Lee, at Revelation, that Bruce Lee won. But now, Johnny Cage made it to the second round of the King of the Spring tournament when Bruce Lee lost in the first round to Symbiote Spider-Man. And that messed, when you want to talk about psychological scarring, losing in another qualifier set Bruce Lee off on a path and trajectory of destruction, cost Johnny Cage again in a match against Wario.
Yep.
And Johnny finally said, all right, motherfucker, that's enough. It's clear one of us can stay, but one of us has to go. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. So we are going to see this final rendition, the final match between Johnny Cage and Bruce Lee. Who is the better man and who will submit themselves out of CIW? This is a monstrous match.
Basically, the loser of this match is quitting the company.
That's right.
They're tapping out on their contract.
That's right. Now, referee Kevin James is going to have his hands full once again. Here we go. And immediately a snapmare from Bruce Lee. Now, here's the crazy thing about this, Josh Geddon. This is not the first loser leaves CIW submission match Bruce Lee has competed in.
You know what? You're right.
The first one was when he was sucking donkey dick in 2014 and had a loser leaves submission match with Magus, and Bruce Lee won it. When his back was against the wall, he won it. And now a spinning toe hold, trying to stop that you got caged, or at least the vertical base of Johnny Cage. We know how strong a martial artist he is.
Yes, indeed.
So who do
you have winning this match?
I know. We asked each other at the same time, but I'm the host, so you're going
We've
first.
Been doing this for too long.
That's right. So who do you have?
Bruce Lee is a man on a mission. He's absolutely insane, and he's been in this situation before, and he won. So I'm going to go with Bruce Lee because he has experience in the loser leaves kind of matchup.
Yeah, and Johnny Cage. This is not something Johnny Cage has been equipped to deal with, even though Johnny was kind of in the middling area for a while. But if you recall, Josh, again, that Johnny Cage's career really surged after he beat Batista.
That's true.
And from there, he just started amounting win after win after win. It's been impressive to see Johnny Cage in the stature he is. Even though he hasn't quite made it to the top of the mountain, I still view him as a top guy in CIW. Over the top takeover.
Oh, absolutely. But although I will say another thing, Bruce Lee, since he won thumb to the eye, of course.
Of course.
But how much is Johnny Cage proven himself as far as submission wrestling is concerned?
Well, we haven't seen it. And that's the thing. And now look at this. An armbar. An armbar now on Johnny Cage. And you got to admit, this is smart move by Bruce Lee, eliminating the leg and the arm, really trying to stop that you got caged. And from, oh, wait a second. Instead, we get a game of death, and that could take Johnny's sunglasses off.
Oh, no.
And that is the first of what could be many, folks. One of these men will no longer have a job in CIW, and now, oh, look at this, the Muda Lock thing, McGurk.
Oh, Muda Lock.
And
just don't pull a John Cena and roll out of it and twist Bruce Lee's ankle.
Well, Yeah, well, we don't want that. When you want to do that, I mean, then you can put the ankle lock on and win and keep your job.
You know what? That is true. That is true.
But you got to admit, between these two, I mean, these are some of the best martial artists ever. Bruce Lee, two-time CIW Heavyweight Champion, the stalwart, the poster child for CIW at one time.
Dude, how has Bruce Lee never been in a Mortal Kombat game as DLC?
Well, because you'd think that would be really cool if they threw Bruce Lee into Mortal Kombat 1. But, and that's another thing you got to remember with the new Mortal Kombat game coming out. Johnny Cage has been kind of distracted with all the media hype and the publicity surrounding that. And Bruce Lee's...
That doesn't sound like Johnny Cage, Sean. Him being distracted by fame and glory.
Well, it's something that he has really been putting a lot more attention into, especially because box office-wise, it's probably going to sell better than Ninja Mime did. And he's not upset about it, but he's still kind of bitter about it. And now a big textbook vertical suplex from Bruce Lee.
To prove your point, Sean, I have no idea what the ninja thing that you just said is.
Ninja Mime is a movie that Johnny Cage started in the lore of Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's.
If you say, I will defer to you, Sean.
That's right. Actually, you can. In some of the Mortal Kombat games, you can play with the Ninja Mime skin of Johnny Cage, and he's dressed up like a mime. It's actually kind of fun. Oh God! And now just wrenching the head down, and every time Johnny's been trying to get some momentum back, Bruce Lee has been one step ahead to stay ahead of Johnny Cage.
Again, this is a match that Bruce Lee is familiar with, and now Johnny Cage is no longer familiar with his teeth.
Well, let me add. Now another big game of death kick, and down goes Johnny. And I found something kind of disturbing about this too, because Bruce Lee apparently, I was told, has been hanging around with a certain elder god who's been also a world's champion of late, who is also in Mortal Kombat 1. In fact, is now the one running the damn tournament. So,
do we have to talk about that asshole?
Well, just in case, just to add salt to the wound, that's who Bruce Lee's been associating with. And for those of you who don't know who we're talking about, it's CIW champion Liu Kang, who made an appearance in CIW 1 twice.
Yep.
In a losing, even though he did lose to Kratos in a non-title match. And now Fireman's Carry, take a drink and or a scoop of ice cream.
Or another ointment thing to numb my canker sore.
That's right. And now...
That's still a thing.
That's right. And another Muda lock. And you got to admit, Josh, again, Bruce Lee has been using a lot more submissions than we're used to seeing him use. Clearly understands the assignment here in this loser leaves match.
And Johnny Cage, I don't think he's gone for one submission hold yet.
No. He's barely been able to get strikes in against Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's just been on him. Basically from the start. Nice swinging neck breaker there, though.
There we go. Got to capitalize, Johnny Cage.
And you know what's crazy is this isn't even our main event. We got two more major matches coming up in the form of, went for a big punch and not to be on there instead of big chop.
Ooh.
We still have Wario and Pepsiman in a Hell in a Cell match coming up.
Oh, man.
And the main event of Kratos versus Captain Pollution for the CIW Heavyweight Championship. All later on tonight.
Pollution's still the greatest champion.
Not another big game of death kick.
More like game of needs dental work.
And now Johnny. But you know what? Johnny has taken a lot of punishment. And we didn't talk about this either, Josh, again. Is Johnny Cage 100% after the beating he took from Bruce Lee and Wario?
Yeah, because Wario didn't just take advantage and win the match. He tortured him a little bit and then won the match.
Folks, that was only 10 days ago that match took place. Keep in mind, this is 10 days ago. We saw just the absolute destruction of Johnny Cage. There's no way he's at 100% right now.
He's still fighting his ass off, though.
He sure is. What a big tornado DDT. And making Bruce Lee sit and think about it.
Yeah.
And Johnny just misses straight.
All I can hear was him sitting in the corner.
Wait a minute. You got caged.
Oh, man. I was about to say cover him, but put him in a submission. Do something.
That's right. And Johnny, but he needs that recovery time. He's been taking a lot of punishment.
Very cool. I was about to say, Bruce Lee just sitting there in the corner. All I could hear was "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
Yeah, seriously. And now Bruce Lee, I gotta say, Bruce Lee's not looking too hot either, though, after that big power slam.
Yeah.
And Johnny
and
has
the game of death.
That's right.
I mean, you got caged.
Oh, and now another knife-edge chop, but Bruce Lee does not want to. It's already humiliating enough for him, it must be, to be in another loser leaves CIW submission match.
I know.
But this is what they wanted. They both agreed to this, folks. This was not something Corleone just made. They both wanted this. They both agreed that they could not coexist in the same company anymore. And it's tragic, that Bruce Lee is hanging out with that scumbag Liu Kang, the Boma beater himself. Yeah, see, exactly.
This gives me gastrointestinal distress every time you utter his name.
That might also be the monsters, and I know I can relate. Yeet toss. Down goes Bruce Lee, who gets right back up with a thumb to the eyes.
Damn it. He absolutely has been hanging out with He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, you can tell. You can tell the attitude. And when you think about it, Josh, again, they both started acting like this at kind of the same time.
Yep.
You know, and now not a cross arm breaker, but a rope break.
He's the ropes.
And cross arm breakers will count. There's no disqualification, but you can't leave the ring in a submission match. So that kind of eliminates the whole weapons deal of this. It's like you gotta sort this out in the ring. That's how submission matches work. You stay in the ring, but you can just do that forever.
And again, Johnny Cage has yet to go for a submission in this match.
That's right. And instead, Bruce Lee has just been doing nothing but submissions, wearing down Johnny Cage's appendages, making it harder for him to lock in maneuvers. You got to give credit. Bruce Lee came in with a game plan, but Johnny Cage is not going to be beaten just from a game plan alone.
Oh, no. Going after the balls.
No, the baby Bruces.
No, not the little Bruces.
The baby Brutai, who are going to grow up to be barbers. And
oh, what a drop
kick. A drop kick, but look how woozy they are. Look how woozy they both are.
Both hurting.
And this has gone on for a while. They're both exhausted. They've taken a lot of punishment. But when your job's on the line, Josh, again, you go to lengths that you would not normally do.
Exactly.
And that's what we are here for. This final match between Johnny Cage and Bruce Lee, the martial artists imploded. And boy, did they announce Johnny Cage just punches.
Just unleashing some frustration.
Yeah, and it's hard to blame Johnny after getting screwed twice by a guy you thought was your former friend.
Yeah. And
now chop, and Johnny with that punch. And Johnny, he's fighting back just as much. And,
there we go.
You know, what would it mean for the winner of this match, let alone the loser? We know what's going to happen to the loser, but what does it mean for the winner to come out and be proven to be the better of the two men?
That'd be a hell of a feather to have in your cap.
It would. It could mean that you could be going a lot more significant places if the circumstances were in your favor. And now countered by Johnny Cage, countered by Bruce Lee. And Bruce Lee, another over-the-top suplex. Take a scoop of ice cream or Vaseline.
My canker sore still hurts.
I bet. And now,
yeah, not even joking. A couple of days ago, I had a pizza and I just bit the shit out of my cheek, and now I have a big sore in my mouth.
Oh, that is no fun. I hate that.
Not fun at all.
Yeah, that's why I eat more of Corleone's gelato, and I have actually some. I have another pint in my fridge. I ate a pint of his gelato from Italy yesterday. Wait a second, another game of death. Never mind all that. Nothing creamy about that.
Oh, Johnny Cage is not going to be able to enjoy food for like a week.
It's not creamy. He's going to be able to eat nothing but creamy and soft foods after all the kicks to the head.
Through a straw.
Yeah, and seriously, and Bruce Lee, man, and what a spear into the corner. And now when you got caged again, and Johnny, look at the fight of Johnny Cage.
Oh.
But Johnny's got to start going for some submissions here. He's been hitting them with strikes.
Like, Bruce Lee's in a lot of pain, but Johnny Cage needs to capitalize.
That's right, and there's only one way to. And now going after something here, and now just wrenching the arm. There we go. It's something. A nice arm bar there, and it could be enough to get Bruce Lee to tap out. And I would have been real surprised if it did, just because it's the first submission he's done.
That was not quite the disarm her, but more the disarm him. Oh,
what a slingshot!
Thrown first into the bottom rope.
Into all 3 ropes, and another you got caged. And down goes
the tide
Bruce.
is turning in this match, Sean.
Johnny's momentum is carrying him, but he's got to start working submissions. You can't pin him. That's not how you win. Oh, low blow.
Oh, come on.
And Johnny took too long to capitalize. The literal Johnny come lately.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
And now another body slam. A big body slam. But Bruce Lee, he's feeling the effects of 3 or 4 you got caged.
Yeah.
And that is then, but as is Johnny feeling the 4 or 5 games of death that he's inflicted. Nice arm drag from Johnny. Yeah. Who's going to win this and keep their job in CIW and be proven to be the best martial artist in CIW?
Been intense. This has been intense, ladies and gentlemen.
When one
Cage is too slow to capitalize with submissions.
He is. Well, you know, Bruce Lee is he's definitely got the speed advantage. And
nice Northern Light.
But Bruce Lee, he's hurt, as is Johnny. But somebody's got to start putting some submissions on here. That's the only way we're going to get to it. And now a Boston Crab. That could do it. That could be enough. Bruce tap. He did. Bruce tapped.
Oh, my God.
Johnny Cage wins. I don't believe it.
Wow.
Bruce Lee.
Serves you right, Bruce Lee.
The CIW legend. Bruce Lee has tapped out and left CIW. Johnny Cage is your winner. What a huge victory, Josh, again, for Johnny Cage.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe Bruce Lee should watch who he becomes friends with from now on.
Well, okay, you better watch TAW, because now that his contract's open, and we know
no,
I don't want to suggest
Why would you give him that idea, Sean?
But Johnny Cage is your winner. It's not my problem anymore, because that motherfucker's fired. Bruce Lee's done. Johnny Cage has won, but this show's not over, folks, and the grudges keep getting bigger. Five-time matchup you're seeing here today. Pepsiman versus Wario. Hell in a Cell. It could not get more personal than this.
Man, both of these men are my fave 5.
Now, let me put this into perspective for you, ladies and gentlemen. Wario, when he had 2 belts, the CIW Championship and the TAWTF Championship, he beat this man, Pepsiman, to win that belt. Pepsiman tried twice to regain it back and lost both times. Then, and the second time that he fought for it, it was in the CIW versus TAW matchup. Well, Pepsiman goes into King of the Spring, and he makes it to the quarterfinals, in the hardcore quarterfinals against Wario, and wins it, and finally beats Wario. And then
after he tried to jam a sledgehammer through his skull a couple times.
Yeah, well, he didn't try. He succeeded. He succeeded. Well, Wario wasn't going to allow that. So Wario beat the teetotal shit out of Pepsiman. From asshole to appetite, back in the parking lot, in the bar, Goldman Sachs in the ring, and then the Joker beat him in a 15-minute match that was just pain to watch.
Yeah.
But Pepsiman was so upset that Wario had the balls, not surprised, but upset, that Wario would be that bitter and that much of a crybaby about losing one match, that Pepsiman said, fine, let's end. Doomsday is the perfect way and perfect time to end a feud, and there's no better way to do it than inside the most demonic structure ever assembled in wrestling history.
Yeah, and I'm glad that this one is silver and not red.
Agreed.
Because if it was red, I would be seeing red.
Well, and there may be some red and blood spilled here, folks. This is not going to be for the faint of heart. This is the first.
Absolutely.
This is the first Hell in a Cell match for both and gentlemen in here in CIW. And so this is basically breaking new ground. This is new territory. Who do you think has the advantage in a matchup that neither of these two have had before, even though they fought each other now to be 5 times?
I think this might benefit Wario the most, because he's more accustomed to these matches where you can afford to fight a little dirty.
That's right. And now, went for that big clothesline to start, but Pepsiman knows Wario too well and was not going to be fooled by the big clothesline on this exchange.
Who you got winning this matchup, Sean?
Well, It's interesting. Oh, God, right into the big shot in, and now Wario just taking the turnbuckle pad off. And, oh, God, right into that exposed turnbuckle. No, Wario's in the turnbuckle. And now, oh, wait a second. This is already starting hot here, folks. Oh, what a punch.
Oh, just right to the temple. And folks, I'm going with Pepsi Man because he proved that he can beat this man, and he has momentum.
Yeah, but what state is Pepsi Man in? And now another counter. Another counter, and again throwing Wario into that exposed turnbuckle, making him pay for it.
Damn. And this is intense.
Boy, these two start off. You want to talk about a Haas fight. These two starting out without pulling punches. That is for sure.
And think of how personal this is for Pepsi Man. I mean, he was on top of the world. He was TIWTF champion. He was winning matches left and right. And then he ran into the brick wall, the brick shit house known as Wario, and just lost and lost and lost and lost. So this is personal for Pepsi Man.
Oh, well, and it's now also personal for Wario. Because you got to remember that during this feud with Pepsi Man is how he lost the CIW Heavyweight Championship, getting squashed to Kratos. Oh, God!
Oh, long guard into the cage.
Into the steel. And it doesn't taste like
let's not forget that Wario also lost twice to Omega Elfberg for the TIWTF Championship.
That's right. And all of that while having the understanding that he had to fight Pepsi Man in the quarterfinals and lost finally to the man that he knew and thought, oh, God, now another big dart to the skull. And he finally lost to the man that he thought he would never have to worry about losing to ever. And
so 2022 and 2023 are the years where we learned that Wario just cannot multitask.
Yeah, Wario, well, and especially when it doesn't, in relation to carbonated beverages, and just slammed Wario's back into the steel.
And you want to know, I talked to Wario earlier before the show, and he was like, you know what? I'm going to drink a bunch of Dr. Pepper right before the match. I'm going to burp right in Pepsi Man's face.
Oh, I believe it. Big back suplex. Big back suplex.
And I'm just like, you don't have to go that hard on him. Like, what did Pepsi Man ever do?
No, well, and that's kind of Wario's point. It's like, yeah, exactly. What did he ever do? He ain't worth nothing. I mean, he can't even get a squiggle on his logo. And that's... And then Wario, I had to talk to Wario about that. He was kind of breaking the fourth wall a little too much there. And yes. No! What a slap.
He was trying to slap the logo off of his chest.
He tried to silence me about talking about it. Oh, and a high knee there from Pepsi Man,
God.
Who exploded out of the corner.
Damn, it was like, you leave my logo alone. Stop talking about it.
And now these guys going right at it, back and forth in a brutal confrontation so far, but I expect nothing less from these two who feel such animosity between each other after all these encounters. And this is the place, Doomsday is the place where feuds go to die, and somebody will definitely be severely wounded when the end of this match comes to pass.
I thought you were about to say, someone here might actually die, and I was like, wait a second.
Well, Diet Pepsi.
No.
Anyway.
Oh, I would. That is a fate worse than death.
Yeah, that's right. Well, hey now.
Wow.
You talked about
a scared play here.
Hey, you talked about the personal nature of this matchup, and considering how many times Wario's punched Pepsi Man in the balls.
Yeah.
I think at this point, it's a little warranted. Pardon me.
Oh, but a jawbreaker.
And always like jawbreaker now with Goldman Sachs.
Oh, no.
And folks, remember that pinfalls can occur inside. Now, not even going for a cover.
Oh, he's like, oh, I'm not done with you yet.
Oh, that's not what this is about. You know, that's the thing. It's like, this is not about just pinning somebody instantly. That's nowhere near what this is for. This is so personal. This is punishment.
Oh, slammed him face first right into the cell. That might have been a mistake, though.
Yeah, well, it could have been, but you know Wario. When he's got something on his mind, he is going to do it and do it so extra that nobody is in dispute about it.
Exactly.
And now, and now thrown back in, and you got to say Pepsi Man has been winning the majority of these throwdowns here on the outside of the ring.
Exactly.
Doing a little CIW shuffle there. And,
hell yeah.
That's right.
It's the most famous dance in CIW.
Dance craze. That's right. It's a big dance craze. You should come to our dance party after the show. And now Wario.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hashtag CIW rave.
That's right. And CIW rampage on. And
no.
But with a lot better wrestling in it. And now, now rolling back.
People will actually watch this one.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, our ratings are basically the same right now, so.
Yeah.
Now Wario now going for a leg to the ropes in the back.
Oh.
And Wario, and now we've seen this in Hell in a Cell matches, and it never ends well.
Oh no.
Wario's outside.
I am overwhelmingly concerned.
Now, keep in mind, I would like to keep our announce table intact. Now, where's Wario going?
I'm already ducking. I'm already ducking.
Is Wario trying to get the hell out of here? And now
what's happening, Sean? I'm too scared. I'm not looking at the monitor.
Oh, God. Well, you should. You should, because Pepsiman's going to the top. And here comes Wario. Oh, man.
God.
Oh, man. And Pepsiman. Good idea, Pepsiman. Good idea.
Like, you know what?
Get your ass back down there. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. Now back into the center of this thing. Folks.
He climbed down. The crowd started booing. It was like, all right, fine.
Folks, this is the bloodthirsty fans are asking for war on top of the cell. It is cell carnage here at Doomsday Day 2. Oh, what a clothesline.
Oh, just don't start chaining about tables.
That's
this isn't
right.
Monday Night
Wait a
Raw.
second. Wait a second. Pepsi plunge on the cell.
Oh,
Pepsi plunge on the cell. Covering Pepsiman. He did. Cover 1, 2, 3.
Whoa, yes, there we go.
Pepsi Man wins with one Pepsi plunge on the cell.
I could not think of a more picture-perfect finish to this feud.
And Wario, you have to imagine, you said it, Josh, again, if he had pinned him after the Goldman Sachs, it would have been over. But he couldn't let it go, and Pepsi Man made him pay for it. Congratulations, Pepsi Man. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
That is what we call small dick energy. It never ends well.
That's right. And instead, there's no tiny pee-pee, just Pepsi. And with that, folks, we have got a major main event. Congratulations to Pepsi Man. What a fantastic matchup. What a show this has been. But now it's for all the marbles. Kratos, the CIW champion, versus this man, the greatest champion, Captain Pollution. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie to you, Josh Geddon, because I know what Captain Pollution is capable of, and that's never a good thing.
The words Captain Pollution and the phrase never a good thing, they're practically synonymous.
Yeah, and here, and now, of course, accompanying him is the other half of Grime Time, Dr. Dirty. And
only you had to know what was coming.
Yeah, pop a Cadillac and smoke your smokestack. It's Grime Time.
Yeah, and the last time we saw Dr. Dirty or Captain Pollution, they tried and failed to help Captain Pollution win back the Internet Championship from Dante.
And was unsuccessful in that effort.
Nero superplexed Dr. Dirty off of a ladder through a table to the outside of the ring, and yeah. It's a good thing that Dr. Dirty was wearing black pants.
Oh, yeah. And he's wearing a brown shirt, so he could have, shat out of his nipples, too, and it wouldn't have been noticeable.
Oh, God.
But now that you're all picturing what exactly that would entail, were that to be the case, Captain Pollution has got a man in the back, but he has got a mountain to climb. Here comes the champ.
This dude, the son of the South.
The son of the South, Kratos. This man has been on a warpath from the very beginning. The original winner of King of the Spring. What facilitated...
I guess you could say it's been a god of warpath.
It's very well done and very well executed because he has beaten everyone he has stepped into the ring with. He had a barn burner of a Thanks grappling match with Batman. On his way to this, he had great matches with Eclipse. He had that impressive, we were talking about the match that Bruce Lee lost. Jack Black won that match and entered himself into an elimination chamber that this man won to win the Money in the Bank stipulation that he used fairly to beat Wario in a very, very short matchup.
And then he beat Wario again.
Yeah, at the WrestleBration this year.
He made Wario submit in their rematch, if I remember correctly.
That's right. Wario tapped out to this man. This man can do it all. He is the total package. He's got the power game. He's got the size. He's got the speed. He's got the look. He's got the submissions. This man is a champion.
Oh, man.
But that does not mean that Captain Pollution and Dr. Dirty did not come in here with a game plan to screw this man out of that CIW championship. He is going to have to be on his game for the entirety of this matchup if he wants to leave in your main event of Doomsday, the CIW Heavyweight Champion.
I mean, remember the opening contest for night 2, that whole Natalie Portman Black Cat debacle.
That's right.
Well, what a way to bookend the show.
Yeah,
if we see someone else get screwed out of a title.
Well, and let's hope that is not the case. Referee Kevin James going to keep his eye on it, and that's what it's all about, folks. The CIW Heavyweight Championship of the World. This is your main event of Doomsday Day 2. Thank you very much for what an incredible 2-month journey this has been, and here we go. Who you got, Josh, again?
I want to say Kratos, but again, the cunning machinations of Captain Pollution, something you got to watch out for. But I'm going to go with Kratos.
Well, now Dr. Dirty and Pollution, everybody on the outside, I think they're all just kind of feeling each other out here and getting as much distance on each other as possible. And now Dr. Dirty closing in.
Corner.
Dr. Dirty closing in, and what is Dr. Dirty doing? And just being ignored by Kratos.
Kratos was like, yeah,
but you know what?
Cute. That was adorable.
That's a good thing. A collar elbow tie-up starts the matchup after a lot of waiting around. And an inverted atomic drop and a cover immediately on an inverted atomic drop too. And no. Could you imagine?
I would have gotten up and left.
I as well would have gotten up and left. That would have been the horsiest of shit. And but, you know, I was about to say, I give credit to Kratos for not acknowledging Dr. Dirty because too many people do that and take their eyes off their actual opponent. Kratos doesn't. Yeah. That's why he's the champion.
Wrestlers are very good at getting distracted.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And a big hip toss and an elbow drop. Down by Kratos.
Who do you have in this match, Sean?
I can't root against Kratos for anything, man. There's no reason to. This man beats everybody. It's no. As much as Captain Pollution, who I do view as a viable threat, you got to remember Captain Pollution beat the Exceeds champion Noob Sidebot to earn this one-on-one match, and Kratos entertained. Is like, all right, you beat the Exceeds champion, fine, you can fight me, and that's why we've had this match. And
here's my thing. Kratos is basically like, imagine if Goldberg could work.
Dr. Dirty still trying, and Kratos is just avoiding all of it.
Kratos is like, that's adorable. How sweet of you.
He's like, go away. Elbow drop. Oh, there we go.
Oh, come on.
And he got a big elbow drop onto Kratos, and Pollution was on the other side of the ring, and you can see Kevin James is looking at Pollution, not even watching what Dr. Dirty was doing.
Kratos says, it would be best if you just got back in the ring.
Yeah, seriously, and Kratos instead getting in and back out. And Dr. Dirty is failing miserably at hitting Kratos. And now finally getting some shots in, and Kratos is just not bothered. But now look at this. Look at Captain Pollution. He is so satisfied.
He is such a dick.
As basically Dr. Dirty keeps Kratos at bay. And the second I said that, the clothesline, but look at a clothesline from Pollution. And now
clotheslines in this match.
Yeah, now things are heating up, man. And now a tip and a shot here, a big forearm, a polluted forearm.
Oh, that's gross.
And of course, and now another cover, and not even a 1 count.
What? Wow.
And
okay.
Of course, that Lion's Head jackhammer that only Batman has ever kicked out of ever, but never in a major situation. And when it comes to Captain Pollution, he's got that big force of pollution that we've seen put away any number of individuals. And now a guillotine and another cover, and again, not even a 1 count.
Man, this is going to be interesting, Sean. And you know that the second that Kratos. Man, my favorite game is Kratos Trigger.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. A big vertical suplex, and we already saw them in a...
you know that new tag team, Kratos and Kratos Trigger.
Yeah, well, it could be. Oh, and a swatted Pollution out of the sky.
All right, Kratos is like, all right, you will not fuck up my name.
Yeah, Kratos. And had to put those boots on his Kratos. And
okay.
Now,
what I was trying to say was, you know, the second Kratos tries to go for a cover, Dr. Dirty's going to try to get involved.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, these are not the most vile men in CIW for a reason. They're slimy. They're gross. We talked about the apartment that Dr. Dirty had. It's filthy. It's actually vomit-inducing. And, you know, I don't blame... Oh, wait, force of pollution!
Oh, no.
Force of pollution! Cover! Could we have a new champion?
Like
1, 2... No! Kratos kicks out at 2.
Don't scare me like that.
I know, and now going for another cover. 1! And now a 1 count.
Yeah, this is the opposite of progress.
Well, and pollution, you know, and now another cover. Maybe get a little frustrated here.
Now rope break.
Is now Captain Pollution now just punching him out of the ring. We saw how effective Kratos being outside the ring with Dr. Dirty was the last time.
Yeah.
Here in your main event of Doomsday.
Captain Pollution does need to be careful, though. If there's a count out, he won't win the title.
What a throwdown of punches, and now a drop kick from Dr. Dirty again.
Damn it.
It's all legal outside. That's the way Corleone likes it. And another missing cross.
Just cross-bodied the barricade.
Dr. Dirty's trying way too damn hard here.
Little Timmy in the third row.
Oh, God. How about a clothesline for your trouble?
So how was the wrestling show, sweetie? Oh, this big white man with red paint got in the ring, and this very dirty guy jumped over the barricade and tackled me.
Big low blow, and now you're an uppercut to Kevin James.
What was that for?
And
he
just got back, and now, oh, wait a second. And now Kratos is outside. Kevin James is down. Throat choke. And now Pollution telling Dr. Dirty, get in there. Go fight him for me. Come on, double team. Let's
fight
go.
him together.
And now taking him down. And Kevin James coming to before Dr. Dirty could help. But was the advantage enough? 1.
No.
And only 1.
Nope. To answer your question, Sean, nope, it was not.
And Kratos fights on, but you can't deny Pollution has come in here with a strategy for this matchup.
Indeed, he has. But it's not working very well thus far.
Well, Kratos is just another animal, man. And these two this is not the first time these two have interacted with each other. Can we recall the amount of matchups these two had, whether tag team or triple threat or 6-man in the Magnation? Magnation Blue, these two were top stars. And I'm pretty sure they've had one-on-one matches before, if I'm not mistaken. And so this is not like this is the first time, and I'm just cheering on his Pollution and Dirty. Look at the yells. Springboard!
Oh, God!
The champ just springboarded and landed it! And now...
That was like a springboard phenomenal form. Oh, no.
And now Kratos has had enough of Dr. Dirty.
I mean, can you blame him?
I cannot. And now slamming Dirty's head into the steel. And now
he's like, you've been doing me dirty for long enough.
Yeah, seriously. But that... Oh, force of pollution!
Oh, not on the floor!
On the floor!
Oh, man.
And now back into the ring is Pollution. Dr. Dirty on the outside. And again, you can't win the title with a count out. But look at the cheers. The cheer of Captain Pollution. What an asshole. The count is at 9. And now what's going on here? Now out of the ring on the other side. Maybe didn't
I think Captain Pollution was like, oh, wait.
Yeah.
He was like,
wait, we're on what count now?
Stop! Knocks out Kevin James again.
Well, it wouldn't have been surprised. Clothesline cover too close to the ropes.
Too close to the ropes.
But it's still smart. Dr. Dirty kept Kratos at bay. Who's going to win the CIW Championship match to close out Doomsday?
Man.
And this has been a hell of a night.
I'm not going to lie.
Now right hand. Another counter here. Now back into the corner. Kratos just trying to get some air in this 2-on-1 situation.
Exactly. And you know that if it wasn't for Dr. Dirty...
Oh, top rope arm drag.
Ooh. I was about to say, if it wasn't for Dr. Dirty, I feel like Kratos would have a lot more control in this match.
Oh, absolutely. But you could just see the arrogance of Pollution. Anytime he threw him out and Dirty was having his way with him, he'd just taunt in the ring. You know, he's happy hearing the boos from the people.
And he's like, yeah, I'm Pollution. I fight Dirty. I fight with Dirty.
Now, another forearm.
And now Dirty, no.
And that time, Dr. Dirty bounced on our announce table.
Yeah, now Dr. Dirty has like a stage 5 concussion.
And now a nice, now this time the leg sweep came from Kratos. And both of these men, of course, that one jackhammer could change so much if he lands it. Pollution's not feeling too good, though, now. But I can't imagine Kratos is either.
It did nothing.
And these two, again, Kratos is getting a little bit more space, but
yep. There's going to be a little bit of space in between Captain Pollution's teeth now.
That's right. That was absolutely devastating. And we've seen it before. But the question is, Josh, again, is Pollution going to be too close to the ropes here? And nope. Instead, center of the ring, the Cobra Lion's Head Jackhammer 2, and we're out of here.
Yeah.
Kratos wins.
I approve. I approve of that.
You got to admit, Pollution and Dirty tried their damnedest. They did as shady attacks as best they could, but Kratos is on another level. God tier status is Kratos.
God of War tier status, Sean.
That's right. And who is going to stop this man? Can a god stop this man? Can a man stop this man? I know that Captain Pollution couldn't, but folks, Josh, again, thank you very much for being a part of the show here today. Doomsday Day 2. What a ride it's been. We'll see you at the end of the summer, folks. Take care, everybody.
The Miz has tiny balls.
Tiny balls.